Hi guys, it's me Lisa. I thought I'd do a quick video on the new book that I've got. It's called Sticks, Stones, Roots and Bones, Hoodoo, Mojo and Conjuring with Herbs by Stephanie Rose Bird. It's a really good book. Some of the stuff that you need for the recipes I haven't got, but they may be easy to get. Sometimes it might be easy, sometimes it might not be. But I'll show you what is in the contents of the book. The introduction, it tells you about the word about nation, about sticks, stones, roots and bones, and what you can use and how you can get them and stuff. Fixing to work roots. This is working with the herbs and the roots for like different things. This is time and space, equipment and tools. It tells you about how to gather your herbs and dry your herbs. It also tells you about storing them. Also, it's in the bag is about mojo bags. It tells you about the African concepts of them and the nation sacks. The broom in hoodoo. Tells you about brooms in Africa, brooms in African Americans. Chinese washes and a broom ritual. Do you know, making your own besom? It tells you about stuff how to do that. It tells you about cleansing rituals and spirit washes. Spiritually cleansing the home, spiritually cleansing your body, how to make certain soaps, body oils, body powders, sweet waters and fragrance waters, harvesting the gifts of fire, autumn holidays in the American style, harvesting the gifts of fire, tells you about candle colours, it tells you about how to anoint and dress different candles, the hoodoo way, it says about the conjuring altar and how to dispose candle wax. It tells you about